It's Mother's Day, and you know what that means. It's time for the All Effing Wrestling Show. What do we got on the show today?
We got jokes. We got some news. Hell, we even got the Roundtable with the guys from Laddermatch. They do our theme song. Woohoo! All right.
Woo! Say it. Oh, no, I say it.
Yeah, you say it.
All this and more on the All Effing Wrestling Show.
Hit it, Zach.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown.
It's the All Effing Wrestling Show.
With your hosts, Canada Dry, and the JFB.
Tell me how it's priced. Tell me if the item is for sale. And tell me.
Good morning, afternoon. If I don't see you till later, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day. I am, of course, Spawn from, well, also JFC. Janet from Chicago. I am the JFB. James from Boston.
And am I, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Dry, damn it. And I have a poem for you on this Mother's Day.
Go for it, brother.
Here we go. You created me, Mom, so I guess you're to blame for the love that I feel. Every time I hear your name, you're as tender as corned beef, and you're as warm as pastrami. I love my mommy.
Bravo. That was beautiful, man. That was really beautiful, man.
Extra points if you know where that's from.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is right.
All right, let's introduce him, JFB.
So we are joined, for those who watch our show, for those of us who listen to the podcast, and you hear that intro music, it is brought to you by none other than the boys from Laddermatch, two of which are joining us today.
No, one.
Oh, just one.
Yeah.
Just one. Okay.
You want to join the band?
You're in the band now.
I'm really good at air guitar and air bass.
Excellent.
We are joined by the Stu Pickle. His name is Bryce. Say hi.
Yo, the middest guy on the card.
Yes.
Oh, climbing up fast.
And then we are joined by the last assassin. Say hello, Torino Ramirez.
Hello, guys. How's it going today?
Now, Torino, he was really nervous about being on the show today. And his girlfriend said, "Oh, that's so cute. You're so nervous. That's cute." And we think it's cute too. We think it's cute too.
It is. Yeah. It is. So we are joined by some of our friends from the show. We got Joseph Graham. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon,
Joe.
Then Liam Wakeland. He's awake.
He's awake because it's
awake.
It's only 6:30 in
the evening. Yeah, he's awake. And then Joseph Graham says, "So I gotta say this, Bryce. In my mind, you look totally different."
Did you know his name isn't even Bryce? He's been doing this pseudonym this whole time.
he's been given. That's his gimmick, man. That's his gimmick name.
I have many different aliases.
So the guys from Laddermatch, they are freaking amazing. I love their music. They got a new one coming out Is this the new one, Bryce?
Yes. Yep. This
All
fall.
right. So, A Tired Sleep Won't Fix by Laddermatch. It's freaking, I cannot wait to bang to this in my car. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Thank you.
It is. You guys, I love the fact that you let us use your song as our theme song, because that just rocks. That just
Hopefully you're
absolutely
that song slaps. And
Hey, thank you.
you said hit it, Zach, and that's a lead singer.
Yep. Yep.
okay.
Now you guys are gonna have 6 more tracks to play with.
Hell yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love Sally Swims. Sally Swims is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
She swims so fucking hard.
Joseph Graham wants to know, is Laddermatch on YouTube, Spotify, or what?
Yep. All major platforms.
Okay.
Kind of hard to find on YouTube Music, but on YouTube we're fairly easy to find. If you just type the band name and the song title, Sally Swims, we should pop right up.
And we're going to put a couple links in the description, so don't you worry.
Yeah, we'll put some links in the description, links in the show notes as well. So before we get started with our main event, we have a couple of dark matches to go through. It's Jobber versus Jobber as we get into, of course, the effing news. From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB. All right, so before we get to the news, shotgun that coffee, my friend. Give us the fact of the week.
Okay, this fact of the day is brought to you by Wrestling with the Paranormal. So.
Yeah, good plug. Good plug.
Chug, 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 chug.
All right. The reason I said it's brought to you by Wrestling with the Paranormal is because my fact is very paranormal. It's very out there. Did you know that Alfred Hitchcock, who's done a lot of scary movies, some horror, some psychological thrillers, he is deathly afraid of eggs.
What?
He's deathly afraid
Like
of
the
eggs.
shape? Like the shape or the possibility of what's
Everything
inside?
about eggs, he does not. He get them away from
Wow.
me. Sort of thing.
They're a silent killer.
They are. They are. I mean, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and ever since then, Hitchcock's been afraid of eggs. All right.
He was getting that story told to him as a kid. He's like, yeah.
Which explains why there's no eggs in any of his horror films. Okay. All right, let's get to the. Wow, that's a great fact. I like that. As a film buff, that is, I'm going to start using that. Mandy Rose is actually optimistic about another possible return to WWE. It was revealed in a podcast that she was on that she's leaving the door open. She doesn't know what her future holds, but she's going to leave it open for a possible return to WWE. Canada Dry, your thoughts on Mandy Rose coming back after slutting it up on OnlyFans?
Slutting it up.
Yes, slutting it up
What?
for her adult content.
You know, her adult content is not that adult at all.
No, it's not. It's very cheap.
It's you look at my leg, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, what else is she gonna say? Of course she's gonna say I'm leaving the door open. It's money.
Yeah, exactly. Bryce, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are I think TK is about to have a lot more money, so I'd be leaving the door open too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll get to TK in a little bit, my friend.
Good.
Torino, your thoughts?
I don't know. I guess they had big plans for her before all that stuff happened, so it would make sense for her to go back. They might still want to throw her back into the mix, even though they broke up Toxic Attraction. I'm not sure what they would want to do with her now, you know?
Yeah, exactly. WWE is possibly going to have a premium live event or a PLE. Nick Khan is talking about possibly holding a PLE in Perth, Australia in September, which is honestly a lot better than going to a country where they oppress everybody in Saudi Arabia, but I digress. Canada Dry, your thoughts on Perth, Australia. Would you be willing to go to a PLE?
It sounds like a disease. I'm sorry. You have a PLE. No, not a PLE. I thought I was all safe. I thought I was safe about this. Put another shrimp on the bobby because Australia and Australian wrestling fans are amazing.
Yeah.
These guys know how to do it. NWA went to Australia and they were treated like rock stars. And I was like, I was trying to get a hold of Billy Corgan through Natalia Markova. Just stay in Australia and do your shows from there.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It really is not. Mr. Stu Pickle, your thoughts?
I think that's a great place to tap into. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how much wrestling they get in Australia, but it seems to have a heavy presence.
Yeah,
you just look at all the wrestlers that come from there.
Oh God, there's tons. I mean, it's a wrestling machine country. They just keep popping them out.
I think
you got
Ray Ripley's from there, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got like Australian Bret Hart. He's like, I'm the best there is, the best there is, the best there ever will be, mate.
Crikey.
Crikey.
Torino, what are your thoughts, brother?
I'm actually pretty excited about it. When you look at it, TK's been setting up for this for a while, and we've got Buddy Murphy's holding that big title over there, so we've already got our foot in the door. So it's really cool to see the company keep growing.
Yeah.
He should be called Bloody Murphy.
Bloody Murphy.
Bloody Buddy Murphy.
So AEW is the top priority for free agent Kota Ibushi. For those who don't remember, he left New Japan Pro Wrestling in February, has not returned. The word is that the New Japan did offer him a contract. He turned it down. It looks like Kota Ibushi, probably one of the great wrestlers that's wrestling today, is coming to AEW soon.
But he's kind of messing with people here a little bit.
Oh,
because he was originally, he was like, well, I'm open to going to WWE. I'm open to going to AEW. And then he mentions a couple days ago, I've kind of cleared things up with New Japan and we're good. And they're offering me this giant, very generous offer.
Yeah.
But then the next day, but I'm still intending to go to AEW.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to get a little bit more money out of TK? Is that what this is about?
That's what it's about. He's laying down the foundation, if you will. The foundation by which he will build. Here's the thing. I love Kota Ibushi. I would love to see him coming in for the save against Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite, and him coming in to save the soul, if you will, of Kenny Omega, reforming the Golden Lovers again. Oh,
yep.
I got chills just thinking about it. So for those who are wondering if the World Heavyweight Championship title from WWE is going to be the B title, WWE insiders say not a chance. They are going to make this a huge deal, massive storylines for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we know who the two guys are going to be fighting at Night of Champions. It's going to be Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Canada Dry, you're booking. Who you pick? Who are you going to give the rub to be the first ever World Heavyweight Championship?
The dumb thing about this is they already kind of told us who's winning without even telling us.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you want the title to stay on Raw.
Yeah.
So you have them against SmackDown, and obviously you want to keep the title on Raw. So unless AJ Styles is coming to Raw, which he was just drafted to SmackDown.
That's true. So who do you book though? You're the booker. Who you going to give the rub to? Yeah, you're booking.
I would have booked Cody Rhodes still.
He's not one of the two.
Oh, I thought you were from the start. Okay.
No. From
honestly, AJ, I'd book AJ to win, and I would bring him to Raw. That's what I would do. I don't want to see Seth with the title. I'm tired of Seth.
Bryce, your thoughts?
That's a toughie. I guess I don't know enough about that particular title to really give an honest opinion. But if it was me, I'd want to prestige that belt right off the bat and put it on somebody who's gonna make it worth strapping somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Torino, your thoughts?
I think Seth is clearly going to take it. I feel like AJ was the cow that they milked everything they could out of his novelty at this point. You know, we got all the big matches we wanted to see with him, and he's kind of just doing the OC thing now. So it doesn't make sense to put a belt on him.
Yeah. I personally, I mean, I agree with Canada Dry. Cody Rhodes should have been the champion, but
Yeah.
it almost seems redundant at this point. You know, we know he's going to get a title shot at some point. At some point, he's going to get a title shot because he's got to finish the story.
After another 3 Roman Reigns title defenses after Mania.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
SummerSlam.
Yeah. So Sami Zayn, who's always been absent from the Saudi Arabia events, there is a huge possibility he will be in Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions, defending the tag belt, most likely against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. But yeah, I mean, I understand his political reasons. He's Syrian. Opportunity lost, I think. All right, so Canada Dry.
You
What
were
do you
freaking up there, buddy.
Yeah, I froze up a little bit.
Yeah, we're like, what's going on?
Buffering,
You know
buffering.
what would be cool is if he came to Syria as El Generico. I mean, came to Saudi,
Oh,
That would be hilarious.
That would be it.
hilarious.
and then you could have KO with someone too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blue Blazer. He comes
Blue
in as-
Blazer. Bring him back. Hasn't been done in a while. Stu, what are your thoughts, brother?
I don't know. As someone who actually is a pretty big Sami Zayn fan, knowing that he's a huge fan of the band Propagandhi, Canada band,
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised he's going.
Yeah, I am too. I'm kind of shocked by it. Torino, your thoughts?
I always thought he wasn't allowed to go. So this was news to me that he always made the decision not to go.
Yeah.
I was always ignorant to it was his choice. So, I mean, I don't really have an opinion on that.
Okay. So Joseph Graham adds in, so Saudi Arabia and Syria have started negotiations on opening an embassy and repairing the relationship, and that's why he's allowed in.
Oh, he wasn't allowed in though.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
so
what I thought.
But like, he's not really Syrian. He's Canadian. He's
no,
not
he's
really
Canadian, but he's Canadian of Syrian descent. That's
Yeah, and
that's-
it's like the oppression on the people that's bothering him.
yeah.
You know.
So WWE is changing the way how they deal with expiring contracts. Of course, we know 2021 they lost both Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson, and not able to re-sign them. So, according to people on the inside knowledge of WWE, is that they are going to be more proactive about getting expiring contracts and getting people re-signed. I mean, if the Drew McIntyre whole debacle is any indication, it doesn't sound like they're going to be there anytime soon. So, guess who's the new top heel in the female division, in the women's division of WWE? It's Asuka. That's right. She is the new top heel in WWE, taking on Bianca Belair. Canada Dry, you like her better as a heel or a face?
I love her as a heel. I was just kind of casually watching SmackDown on Friday, you know, just kind of doing something else and watching as this goes. And then all of a sudden, Asuka comes in and sprays the. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I just popped for that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that was great.
Yeah.
And apparently, it was chili peppers in the spray. Is what
Ooh.
it says.
Wow. That's kind of harsh, man. That's really kind of harsh. They're throwing a little chili pepper. Stu, your thoughts?
I like her as a heel. I mean, she's got the look, she's got the presence, she's got the attitude. I think she's got it all. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of curious to see where they go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Torino, you're up next, my friend.
I just love Asuka. I just love her, man. Everything she does is just perfect in my eyes. So her heel is comedic. It's like sneaky, and it strikes hard when it gets you. So
yeah.
I'm with her. I'm with
You
it.
know, you call yourself the Last Assassin, but I think a better name for you is the Gran Torino.
Oh man, I heard it my whole life
I
though.
know, but it's
Jeez.
awesome. Is that not awesome?
Ford, I've been called Ford, all sorts of stuff, man.
Gran Torino. I don't care. I'm calling you that from now on. You can call
This
yourself
is
Last
supposed to
Assassin.
strike fear.
To me, you're the Gran Torino.
I'll
I
take
love
it. I'm with
All
it.
right. We got 2 more left. Here we go. Over 65,000 tickets have been confirmed for AEW's premium live event at All In at Wembley Stadium. That is going to be huge. And the last one is Andrade. Andrade, according to Ric Flair now on Ric Flair's podcast, he is ready to return to AEW. Candle Dry, does he have a place there, or is he going to better off going back?
I think the faction is great. Without him, that faction, it's kind of missing something. Obviously, they're gonna have a talk to him. You got to get along with the boy, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I think Andrade with those guys, I think he pops.
Yeah, absolutely. Stu Pickle, your turn. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't have a good enough opinion on that at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Torino, your thoughts.
Gran
Again,
Torino.
I'm really into Andrade. You know, I have my heritage that I really relate to him with, and I think he's a good mouthpiece, and I think that's the missing piece for, the LFI.
Yeah.
I
I think that would help them big time. And he's a good heel. He's got great work, and he's a working heel too. He does that job in the ring to make you hate him.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him back.
I guess I was kind of bitter about his whole spiel that he had at one point in time, but now that he's been gone for so long, I've kind of just let it go.
Yeah.
I'd be
Let
curious.
it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I'd be curious to see him come back and see what he can do, because I don't know. Before, I just didn't feel that he was getting really over at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. They completely underutilized him completely. So, all right, that's our news. Now we go to our second dark match. It's the mid-card event. It is, of course, our joke of the week. Hit it.
Hey, this is Bret the Hitman Hart. Every day, people are mocked because they feel that dad jokes are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. That's messed up. I believe that no one should have to fight for their humor. It's okay to dad joke.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Bret Hart telling you it's all right.
It feels every time.
Right here. Oh, I feel it. Joke of the Week is brought to you by W.GG. That's right, W.GG. If you are busting your butt, working 12, 14-hour days for the man, schlepping stuff, punching the clock, taking your lunchbox to work, however you get to work, whatever you do, you need that energy. And what better way than go ahead and go with W.GG. Now, the cool part about WGG is there's no added sugar, no melodextrin, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors. It gives you.
I hate Melodraxton.
I hate it too. It's horrible. It's not good for you. It's a chemical that kills your body. WGG does not have it. So if you go to W.GG, enter in our promo code, which is Effin' Wrestling, you will get 10% off of your order. The whole order, not just one. Anything you order, you're going to get 10%. All you need to do is use Effin' Wrestling, and you will get the 10% off. Trust me, it is bonkers.
You know what W did to Melodraxton?
What?
Delete! Deleted it, and it was wonderful.
I love deleted Matt Hardy coming back to AEW. I'm just going to put that out there. It's refreshing to see him and Jeff back together. And here, of course, is our joke of the week.
Hello, all my loyal subjects. And this is Lord Reinrich, and I'll be bringing you the joke of the week. Now, in honor of Star Wars Week, I figured that we would go with the Star Wars theme. Why did episodes 4, 5, and 6 come out before episodes 1, 2, and 3? Because in charge of directing, Yoda was. Happy Star Wars Day, guys.
Oh, that
Now,
was
we
Rush
didn't put
Southwood.
that in last week. The interns messed it up.
Yeah, the interns messed it up. They gave us they gave us the other one and not this one because May the 4th is of course Star Wars Day when the May the
Yeah.
4th be with you. Oh, that was classic. That was good. That was good. So now it's time to get into the main event.
Roundtable time.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
All right. So every month, once a month, we have the round table. We invite the greatest and bestest minds, if you will, into the round table. The JFB is the moderator. I will present with you questions in which you will answer, and you will receive points. Not on the back end, because everybody knows points on the back end of a film means you're not going to get absolutely anything. Not a damn thing. So, my first question to everyone is this: what is the one match and one wrestler that made you become a professional wrestling fan? I'm going to go with the Stu Pickle first.
Ooh, man, got me on the spot there. Man, I'm gonna have to go back to the WCW era. I can't remember who it was against, but there was a Scott Hall match towards the beginning of his tenure with WCW, and I remember seeing the Razor's Edge for the first time, and I was like, "Wow, I love that."
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the biggest Scott Hall fans that you might ever meet.
That's sweet. You can't go wrong with Scott Hall. I mean, that guy was just dynamite. And anytime he stepped into the ring,
The charisma of that guy is what really sold me.
yeah, the
The
toothpick,
machismo.
The
machismo. Mr. Torino, the question goes to you, my friend.
Marty Jannetty, believe it or not.
Wow.
Marty Jannetty.
Marty.
He was my first favorite wrestler. He kind of looked like I did, with the long brown hair as a child. And he was small, doing a bunch of high flying. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
So, Marty Jannetty.
Okay. Canada Dry, I hate to ask because I already know the answer, but go right ahead.
Well, originally was a Hulk Hogan fan, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But you kind of go through the phases and stop watching for a while.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't cool anymore.
Yep.
But Bret Hart brought me back into wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think the one that really sticks out to me is that match he had with 1-2-3 Kid.
Oh, yes.
And that match was on Raw, and it really showcased what these guys could do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to give everybody 20 points. The JFB, mine was Roddy Piper. But the match that got me into wrestling was WrestleMania 3, Macho Man versus Steamboat.
Oh,
it's such a classic. But Piper just, I don't know, there's just something about Piper. But Bret Hart is one of them too. But Roddy Piper, I mean, I named my car after him for a specific reason. He is my all-time greatest favorite wrestler. So everybody gets 20 points. Let's go to our next one, and that is this. With AEW on the verge of starting another show and a possible roster split, does AEW create another heavyweight championship for the brand split? I'm going to go with Torino first.
Well, I personally don't think it's a brand split. I just think they're going to redistribute talent across two shows because they're going to be touring widely now outside of the U.S. And so I don't think, to answer the question, no, there's not going to be another heavyweight title.
Okay. Canada Dry?
I also say no. And I believe it's a softer brand split.
Yeah.
Where certain guys will stay on Collision and certain guys will stay on Dynamite. But the World Championship, who's ever the champion is going to be responsible for going on both shows.
Okay. Bryce, your turn.
Kind of with Canada Dry on this one. I think it's going to be a soft brand split. I wouldn't be surprised if they did another championship, but I mean, who other than to give the heavyweight championship to than this man right here?
Ian, it's Punk.
I thought it was Canada Dry. Look like he was wearing a Canada Dry shirt.
He's 2-time champ already.
Larry.
Oh, Larry's in it. That's awesome.
Oh.
All right. Everybody gets 10 points except for Stu. He gets 15 because he evoked the name CM Punk, and that is, of course, our mystery word of the day.
And Larry.
I'll say this. I would love to see them not do another championship. I think you have one champ and let them run across every platform that's available. Fruit Cat's in the house.
I did this for you, Stu.
There's a new champ.
He does not look enthused. Get that kitty some catnip. Get him all energized.
He already ate his strawberries this morning, so.
Oh, okay. Well, he's all set then. He's all set. But I don't think they need another title. You know, they got the mid-tier title. They got the second-tier title. I don't think they need it. Maybe a women's champion, a women's tag belt, maybe, but even that's kind of stretching it out. I think a little bit too much at that point. Joseph Graham says they should put TNT title on one show and international title on the other. I agree. I mean, that's kind of like what WWE does with the U.S. Heavyweight Championship and the Intercontinental. Just keep it on, two different shows. So let's go to our third question. Wow, we are going through these like knife through butter. WWE has seen a rise in ratings and record revenue even before the buyout. What changes does Endeavor need to make to solidify them as the number one promotion? I'm going to go with Canada Dry first.
I think they need to pay attention to the competition.
Yeah.
Because they don't seem to be really in tune with what else, all the other wrestling that's going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was their saving grace in the Monday Night Wars, was reacting to what the other shows were doing. When WCW's doing, they would react and they put out a better product.
Yeah.
And I feel like they don't really care because they're on top by such a wide margin.
Yeah.
And so AEW could creep right up slowly, and all of a sudden, before they know it, they're overtaking them.
Yeah. Let's see WWE outsell AEW at Wembley Stadium nowadays. I don't think they could.
Well, it's very AEW country, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Stu Pickle, your thoughts?
Kind of the same of what Canada Dry said, but I also think something that WWE struggles with is investing into their young talent.
Yeah.
And building that young talent. They seem to have a fetish with their old talent and keeping belts on them and not giving them the opportunity to put their young wrestlers over. So if they could do that, I mean, it's lights out, I think.
Stupid. Awesome. Would you say they have an old man fetish?
They do.
Yeah, dude.
They got a grandpa fetish, that's for sure. Because why in the hell they keep traipsing out all these legends at like Royal Rumble and all this other jazz? Makes absolutely no sense. We got Aiden Monkey. I'm here because my buddy Torino's on the show. Woohoo! All right. Welcome to the show, Aiden Monkey.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Aiden
you.
Monkey, click like and subscribe.
Yeah, click like and subscribe. Share it with all your friends. Tell them all about us. Because if you don't, I'll come and sit in your front yard and build a camp. And
if you want Gran Torino to be on the show ever again, then you better click like.
You hear them?
I love it.
Like and subscribe, Aiden.
All right, Mr. Trino, it's your turn.
Well, I don't know how much different they have to do anything. They kind of have like marketing figured out. They know how to pull in money. I don't think they care about being considered number one because so much of the population thinks they are already, you know?
Yeah.
That's my opinion of it.
Okay. Everybody
I'm
gets
with Stu, though. It's like they have that nostalgia addiction, you know? They have to keep tapping into that well.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody gets 30 points except for Stu. He gets 45 because he brought up old man fetish, and that's going on a shirt. That's our new shirt idea is old man fetish.
Wait. I'm the one who said old man fetish. So
Okay, I'll give you an extra 5 points, Canada Joe.
okay. He's collecting on my ideas.
All right, let's go to this one. What current wrestlers in both AEW and WWE that are completely underrated that deserve to finally get a rub? I'm going to go with Stu Pickle first.
Ooh, AEW. I feel like Darby Allin could be a really, really good world champion, in my opinion. He's already proved that he can carry a TV title easily.
Yeah.
On his back. So, in my opinion, he was the best TV title in AEW.
Yeah.
WWE, definitely Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He needs to be the man. I would say Cody Rhodes, but I'm still a little bitter about him.
Yeah. I don't blame you. So am I. Mr. Trino, your turn.
WWE, I got to go with Chad Gable. The guy is an amazing in-ring storyteller. He can cut a promo. He draws heat. Like, not a lot of guys draw heat the way he does.
Oh.
And he makes everybody look great in matches with him, man. I think Chad Gable for WWE. AEW, that's a hard one because I like everybody in there a lot. I guess somebody I would like to see get a major push or something along those lines is Chicken, Mark Briscoe. You know, keep him in the spotlight. Let him finally get that win over Joe. Maybe even let it the success bleed into AEW with like TNT or a few matches with Cassidy, something like that. You know, Chicken.
Man,
Chicken.
That almost makes me want to rescind my answer.
Canada Dry Classic, your turn.
Canada Dry Classic right here. For WWE, I'd like to see Sami Zayn, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, put a Christian Cage type of title run on him, even if it's a short period. It'd be so like the fans would just be going bonkers if Sami won the world title.
Oh yeah.
Now that there's two, there's actually a shot that he can do it. I for AEW, I'm going with Takeshita.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think that this guy, he's got the height, he's got the size. He is the real deal, and he could easily eventually be world champion.
Yeah. Okay. Stu, you're going to get 20 points. Canada Dry gets 27. The last assassin, Torino Ramirez, gets 28.5 points because he brought in Chad Gable, which is a complete shame.
But you know what about that Chad Gable is that as much as we want him to get a push because he's short,
yeah,
never happened. The fact that he called him Shorty G was the stupidest thing.
Yeah. That is bullcrap, as absolute bullcrap. So for me, I'm going to go with this. I would love to see in AEW, I would love to see Ethan Page get a decent run. Yeah. I think he's completely underutilized. He's in these comical bits and don't get me wrong, he's got good timing and he's pretty funny when he's, when he gets upset and he kind of throws a fit, but this is a class athlete. I mean, he is top notch. For WWE, I really want to see Zelina Vega get a push. I think seeing her in Puerto Rico and the fact that that's probably the best match she's had since she's been in WWE, it was an amazing match from start to finish. It was a complete match, which you don't really see from her. It was really good to see her kind of getting that shine, and I think that shows everybody, especially with the LWO now being a power faction, got to give it to Zelina Vega.
You watched Rampage last night?
I did watch Rampage last night.
So the fact that Ethan Page is probably going to end up under contract with the Hardys is
Yeah.
going to be
I didn't get to see anything yet. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Great.
Ethan
It's
Page.
going to be better than what they did before, though. And he'll probably end up being like a good guy eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eventually, yeah. But
Yep.
he's got that little thing that puts him above everybody else.
Is it the dimples?
It's the dimples, is what it is. The dimples, absolutely. That guy's got dimples you could take a swim in, for God's sakes. That's how awesome they are. All right, so let's go to our next one, and that's going to be this. Does toxic personalities, say like Tessa Blanchard or CM Punk, for example, deserve second chances to wrestle in large promotions? I'm going to go with Torino first on this one.
Well, I don't put CM Punk and Tessa Blanchard in the same category of toxic myself. So for like Tessa, I think she has her chance. She's doing stuff with like XPW and low key promotions like that. So I think that's what she did. You know, if she came more open about feeling regretful about it, maybe. And I don't know, with Punk and people like him, it's more like rumors that we hear about their toxicity, and I don't really put too much judgment onto that kind of stuff. So like with this situation with AEW, I hardly believe most of it's even true.
Yeah.
So for me, he deserves a second chance without a long-winded answer.
Yeah. Canada Dry Classic.
Yeah, Punk, I don't put in the same category. I think you're talking about guys like Marty Scurll, Tessa Blanchard. Who else we got there?
Get him out.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan
it's true.
got another chance because enough time passed. Ric Flair is kind of getting that chance again now that enough time has passed.
Yeah.
And I think a lot is being made about toxic people in wrestling when you always had disagreements with guys in the dressing room back in the 80s and the 90s, and you just deal with it. Now it's all this people go on social media talking shit about each other and trying to cancel each other. I think it's kind of bullshit in certain ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Bryce, lay it on us, brother.
Well, fellas, in my opinion, I take it from an employer's perspective, or an employee's perspective, rather. I have people that I work with who are toxic. I have to deal with them. I have to work with them no matter what, or what happens. I mean, somebody loses their job.
Yep. I
feel like that's the situation with these people. Is you just kind of gotta go about your business, but I mean, it's like Torino said. I mean, a lot of this is dirt sheets blowing things out of proportion, and who knows, and people like CM Punk, who are awesome for wrestling and do all these great things. Yeah, certainly a second chance, I think, is in order. Tessa Blanchard, it's like they said, I don't really put those two people in the same category. I mean, maybe she'll get a second chance down the road someday, but right now, I mean, I think she's too far down the rabbit hole to take on any roster.
Yeah. All I gotta say is, Punk is, what you're getting when you deal with CM Punk. I mean, the guy is very outspoken. If you don't understand, go to Twitter and just read his Twitter. It's a cavalcade, if you will, of just his thoughts and his political beliefs, and he's unabashed about it, same as I am. I'm not ashamed of how I feel politically or socially.
There's this beef between Punk and Jericho, and it seems like Punk and Jericho used to be really good friends in WWE.
Yeah.
And now it seems like there was this disconnect somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, same with Colt Cabana. I mean, those two guys were inseparable. And, after the lawsuits and all this, I mean, I'm hoping he'll mend bridges. But, I mean, at the media scrum, he went on a tirade about Colt Cabana. And it's just, I mean, that's just who Punk is. If it's on his mind, he's going to say it. And
nobody even asked him a question.
Yeah, he just started going off on Colt Cabana. It's like, what did Scott do to him? What did Scott really do to you to the point where you had to just bash the guy at the media scrum that has no involvement in the match you were in? Everybody is going to get 47 points and a year supply of turtle wax.
Excuse me, I would like to donate 5 of those points.
Yeah.
To charity, because I'm a giving guy.
Okay. We'll give it to a charity of your choice. Not a problem. Not a problem. Joseph Graham says, especially with Punk, you don't have to be friends, just be professional. I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, all you got to do is just, like I said, I mean, I love seeing Punk. That guy is just gold on the mic. He's gold in the ring. Even in his later years that we've seen in AEW, the guy still can work.
But if you look at the reports of people talking shit about Punk,
yes,
people talking good about Punk, it seems like it's outweighing the good is outweighing the bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Yeah, people are coming to his defense, and that's a huge thing. So we're going to go on a little trip, guys. We're going to go to indie wrestling, and we're going to go to the mid majors like Impact or MLW, some of the mid-tier promotions. What wrestlers from the indies or mid-tier promotions, both a guy and a girl, do you think deserves a shot at a major promotion, either AEW or WWE? Torino, you go first.
Well, I would like to see this guy bring his promotion some big success, maybe through working with other promotions. That's Alexander Hammerstone in MLW.
Yeah.
I think that guy's got so much charisma. He's really great at in-ring storytelling, and his moveset is just devastating. Like,
yeah.
Get some eyes on that promotion and give Court Bauer a chance for once,
Yeah, absolutely.
Female, I'm going to go Masha Slamovich. Because I've seen her wrestle live a couple times.
Get him off the show. No, just
she's tough. She's tough as nails, and I love watching her do her thing, especially in her intergender matches and stuff like that. Like, that's my picks.
Yeah. Canada Dry. I have a feeling I know who your woman pick is, but I'm gonna ask you anyways, just because I think you might throw us a curveball. No, he's not.
For man, let me see. I'll go with Natalia and see if I can think of a man before I come to the end of my answer. So yeah, Natalia Markova. I'm totally biased here because she's my friend and I talk to her on a weekly basis. But yeah, like she's probably, to me, the best unsigned women's wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Period. For men, I like. Come back to me. I think I can come up with something.
Okay, let's go to Bryce. Bryce, your turn.
For the guy, I actually have a tag team that I really like.
Okay.
It's our Detroit natives.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Gun.
Oh,
I really like those guys. I think they got a lot of charisma. I think they got a lot of potential. I think the sky's the limit for those guys if they were to get signed by a major promotion.
Yeah.
For my female wrestler, I really like, I can't think of her exact name right now, but I believe she was an Impact. And I can't think of her first name, but it was something the Impaler.
Oh, Max the Impaler.
She's had some really good matches with Natalia.
Max the Impaler.
Yeah.
She's on NWA.
She is. When I was watching Impact and she was on, my eyes were glued. I was like, this girl has got something. Yeah. And I really enjoyed her matches. I'd love to see her come to a major promotion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Canada Dry, you've picked your man yet?
He inspired me. So I'm gonna go with the Bollywood Boys.
Okay.
Because I think that they are super talented. Some local boys from Vancouver, and I think that they got some talent, and they didn't get to showcase what they were really about when they were in WWE. So I'd like to see them actually get a push as a proper tag team.
Okay. I'm going to give Canada Dry 37 points. I'm going to give Bryce and Torino 35 because he invoked Natalia Markova and he went local with the Bollywood boys. So
What about you? Who are you going to promote?
So here, for the women, it's easy. It's Natalia Markova. I mean, outside of the fact that she's a friend of the show, watch her wrestling. There is no one on the planet right now. Maxi Impaler, Masha Slamovich, they are freaking fantastic. But look at how she sells. Look how she takes a bump is just freaking amazing.
And like you could see Natalia versus Slamovich and Maxime Taylor. They both put on those matches were incredible.
Yeah, it's true.
I will say this about Markova. When she had her match on Dark, the first thing I noticed about her was her sell jobs.
Yeah.
They were phenomenal.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of MJF back in the day when he would do his sell jobs.
Yep.
I forget who it was, but I told Natalia this. I think it might have been you, Torino. You said that her selling is on the level of Cage and Christian Cage.
Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
And Christian Cage and who? Do you remember who you said?
I don't remember now.
Shit. Anyways.
Yeah, Joseph Graham says Allison Kay, who was on AEW last night, would be a good signing. She put on a great match against Toni Storm. She looked fan-freaking-tastic. So that's my woman is Natalia Markova. I'm torn between two guys, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go with Josh Alexander. I think that guy is just freaking gold. Like if you wanted to get a hybrid of Owen and Bret Hart and you were to merge the DNA together, you would get Josh Alexander. That guy is freaking phenomenal.
I think he's going to be either in WWE or AEW within the next 2 years.
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah. I mean, this kid is just amazing. And like Joseph Graham talked about Jacob Fatu, and that was that was the one I was kind of toying with as well. How WWE has not signed this guy, being that he's related to, the Usos, is a shame because you talk about Alexander Hammerstone. You can't
passed him up 3 times.
Yeah. You can't have Hammerstone without Jacob Fatu. I mean, their wars together are just, I mean, there's no better rivalry in wrestling right now.
So who was in MJF's faction when he was in MLW?
Richard Holiday, Hammerstone, and MJF.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, now we're gonna go to
Osprey.
Yes.
With the other seller.
Yeah.
Was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she really liked that comment, by the way.
Yeah. So we're going to go to one of my favorite parts of this roundtable, and that is, would you rather? So you are the booker. Would you rather have long title reigns or short title reigns with guys and girls that are hot at the moment? Canada Dry, you go first.
Oh, this is tough, but my gut is how long is a long title reign?
Like, let's say over 6 months.
Oh, absolutely a long title reign, man. Yeah. Because the other thing, I don't want a title champion for 3 years. So, but yeah, 6 months is great.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Pickle.
When the wrestler's hot, I like a long title reign.
Yeah.
And quality matches to follow along with them. Short title reigns, they don't really do much for me. Okay. I mean, if it makes sense in the story, of course, a short title reign, but I think always a long title reign.
Okay.
Sasha was classic for those short title reigns.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Torino, your thoughts?
I'm a sucker for long-term storytelling, so yeah, I love a long title reign. Gives prestige to that belt. I like that kind of stuff. And then if there are short reigns, it's like after somebody loses a long reign, because all these people are fighting over that belt real quick. But long title reigns.
And I think the less value the title is, you can have shorter reigns.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the US heavyweight title or something like that. TV
Yeah.
titles. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for long title reigns. You're a champ for a reason. You represent the company. I love the fact that Roman Reigns hasn't been beaten in over 2 years. I love it. I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, hell, Bruno Sammartino was what, heavyweight champion for like 300 years. I mean, the guy didn't have to lose. He was the face of the company. Same with Roman Reigns. I don't like short title reigns at
Well,
all.
with Roman, everyone's going to complain that he didn't defend it as often as some of these other champions.
Very true. Very true. Very true. So everybody gets 28 points and some Madeline cookies. Brought to you by Publix. Publix grocery store. They sell Madeline cookies. So everybody gets a box of Madeline cookies.
Yes.
My last one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Would you rather cut amazing promos and never get past a mid-tier status, or would you want to be horrible on the stick but at the top of your promotion? Torino, you go first.
I just want to be loved, man. If the fans are cheering, that's all that matters to me. If I'm selling merch, that's all that matters to me.
There you go. Get a cut
That's
of that
it.
merch, yo. Stu Pickle, you go next.
Oh, I 100% am going to go with the promos.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is, if you can put on a good promo, I don't care how the match is.
Yeah. Okay. Canada Dry.
This one really hurts my heart, this question, JP.
I know it does.
Because I would love to get on that mic, but it would also kill me that I'm not climbing the ladder. I'd be bitching every time on the mic and telling everyone why I'm the best, and no one's gonna care.
MJF.
No.
You call the boss a mark.
So, but what I would do is I would take that top spot and I would get a beautiful, sexy lady.
Yeah.
To be my mother.
Okay. Look at you. God, you're such a smooth
Big
talker.
plan. Big plan.
I'm gonna go with promo. I don't mind being mid-tier, but man, I love cutting promos. I love them. I love them. I love them. You just got to cut promos, man, because that will build you bigger than what you really are. Like if all you're going to be is a U.S. heavyweight or intercontinental or an AEW, the international champion, it all comes down to cutting those promos. And even like Orange Cassidy, who doesn't really say a lot, cuts really good promos for a guy who just doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, but if I'm able to tell the story in the ring, maybe I don't need to say as much, right?
That's true. That's true. You bring up a very valid point. Everybody gets 48 points, but Canada Dry is going to get a 6-pack of Canada Dry because, by God, he's Canada Dry. There's no reason.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 3 cans out of that and donate it to JFB, Gran Torino, to effing Pickle.
Yeah,
All right.
Big seltzer fan. Big seltzer fan.
So Coach says, for doing the most promos in our league this season, I'll go with that and at least being mid-tier. Coach, man, you rock on the mic, brother. That's all there is to it. You might give the JFB a run for his money for promo of the year at the Effie Awards.
Do you know who is an underrated promo giver?
Who's that?
Frickin' Caleb.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's effort after effort after effort. It's funny because I got contacted by some people this weekend, and they wanted me to reinstate Caleb Bain's T-shirt on the store because they wanted to all buy them.
Okay.
And go to a wrestling event. So we're going to sell some Caleb merch.
Let's do it, man. Let's ride that horse until it dies. All right, so we are at the end of our show. Holy cow, holy Christopher Columbus, man.
Holy Christmas in July, Batman.
I know. We rocked it today. We had an amazing roundtable. So I'm going to let Torino, do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
Plug in your fan. It's hot.
Watch AEW on Wednesday nights.
Dark Wednesday night after it.
Yeah.
And check out my buddy Bryce's band Laddermatch.
Yeah.
Check them out. That's it for me.
Okay. Stu?
I'm gonna close out with this.
Send that to-
No words.
Yeah.
There we go. Heck yeah. There we go.
Beautiful.
So you
Beautiful.
asked for our addresses earlier. What are you gonna send me?
Oh, hold on. I'll show you. JFB,
Yeah,
DM me your address.
I will do that.
We're just sitting with pins and needles waiting for what he's gonna say.
Got one
Oh,
of these
Laddermatch.
for
Oh
everybody.
yeah, that's going on the laptop, baby.
Yes.
And
All right.
Laddermatch
I
pin.
got
Yes, I
one.
love it.
Heck yeah, that's going on my jacket.
Sweet.
I can't
Heck
find
yeah.
it.
Dallas also wants a sticker and a pin, so if you could send him one as well.
Oh, I got my guy.
Gotta always include Dally, man. You gotta always include Dally. Canada Dry, what do you have to plug?
We got this show on YouTube. It's called the All Out Wrestling Show.
Yeah.
You're on it right now.
Right here.
Here. That's it. That's all I'm plugging today.
All right. Well, guys, we're at the end of the show. It has been an amazing show. We always have fun on the round table. And of course, if you want to get a hold of us, you want to find us on social media, there's two ways to go about doing it. One, of course, is our website, fnwrestling.com. You can scroll all the way down, see all our social media links, clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety. Next thing you know, you're cutting promos in AFW and taking on the likes of the Stu Pickle, Torino, Canada Dry, and the JFB. That's what you can do. Or if you're just lazy and you don't
Go
want
to the
to,
descriptions. Just go
Yeah,
to the description.
go to the description below. All our social media there as well. You can join AFW. You can join the community. You can share and talk about the thing we all four love the most, and that is professional wrestling. So now, if you like old school wrestling, and I know that you do, and you really want to get a t-shirt for mom, today is Mother's Day, but you could probably say, it's in the mail, Ma. It's in the mail, Ma. I swear to God, I mailed it to you. You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get your adorable Adrian Adonis t-shirts. We have plenty of them. We have
You know what? I want to see your mom wear the Natalia Markova shirt that she's wearing. Can you show that one?
You talk about this one?
Yes, I want to see your mom wear that.
I can make that happen. I can make that happen. Hey, Ma, put this shirt on. I got to take a picture. So, speaking of our t-shirts, you can go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing where you can get the all effing wrestling middle fingers. Oh, man, she makes it look good. That's for sure. And, of course, you can get the effing wrestling middle fingers.
We got lots of shirts.
We got tons of shirts. We got a Canada
This
Dry
is
shirt.
probably my favorite, though.
Yeah, that is one of my favorites.
Nice
It's the Owen Hart in the Led Zeppelin film. We got my shirt. JFB's got a shirt. Canada Dry's got a shirt. Everybody's got a shirt. We're like Oprah. We're just giving shirts away. Like, look under your seat, guys. That's right. You got a shirt. You get a shirt. You get a shirt. So go to prowrestlingtees.com, either Adrian Adonis or /effing wrestling. Support the show. Show the world exactly how much you love professional wrestling and how much you like our shenanigans. Because let's face it, we're 120% shenanigans and about 85% jocularity. So on behalf of the last assassin, Torino Ramirez, on behalf of the Stu Pickle from Laddermatch, on behalf of the Canada Dry Classic, I am the JFB.
And if you're still watching, see what I'm doing right now? Hit like.
And
And
subscribe.
remember to just, hold on, that's not right. To just keep fighting.
Woo! Hit it. This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effin wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effin wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effinwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it. Go listen.